let's talk about the dashboard. Again, this is this icon right here on the navigational bar. This dashboard really is your home screen for each of the accounts. I just want to show you what the different sections of this are, how you navigate through this. You essentially are looking at the open shifts, the ratios in case of skilled nursing, what the direct nursing hours are, what the overall PPD ratio is, and then your overtime hours. And then it also shows your occupancy rate, your census up above, how many you have actual census versus your overall capacity. There are some other things up here that we'll talk about briefly, including your 5-star rating, your scheduled versus actual hours, and some note-taking. First of all, on the dashboard, you want to look at the month and the day that you're looking at and the year. It always defaults the dashboard to the current day, but you can quickly change that to the whole month if you want. You can go back a previous month. You want to go back to March. You can actually look at a certain day in March. So I want to see the 3rd of March. And you can go from year to year. And then you can look at location. You can look at certain wing. You can look at departments. If you want to just look at the activity department, you can. You can sort it by activity department. If you want to look at just the social services department of a sub-department, you can. At the same time, you can go all the way down to a particular shift in that department if you want to. This area up here is just sorting what you want to look at on the dashboard. And every time you make changes here, the dashboard is going to change correspondingly. Now, when you look at the dashboard, you see these 4 colored icons. They're either going to be green, red, or yellow. Green means you're good to go with what you have. Red means you're in trouble, and yellow means you're in between. Just like a green light, red light, and the yellow light. Down below, you will see the target that you have. So let me just get back out of social services, and I'm going to get into the whole building. Look at the whole building for this particular facility. It shows the goal that you want to have here for direct nursing, 3.19. You're actually at 2.95. And so you're 57 hours under your goal, meaning that you could add 57 more hours to be at that goal number of 3.19. Over here, it shows the overall PPD as red. 6.03 means you're high. You need to take away 101 hours. You're over 101 hours. So if you got rid of 101 hours, you'd be closer to your goal of 5.6. Here's the overtime. Your goal is 300 overtime hours for the month. On March 3rd, you had 9.5. Tells you how much it costs you for that overtime. Shows the relationship there. Same thing with shifts. There's 0 open shifts for this particular day. Your target was to have 5 or less. And so there's nothing to do here. It's green. As I mentioned earlier, this is the census number, the occupancy number. Here's the total number of beds you have. And here is the occupancy level presently. This is the 5-star rating. Here, if you click on this 5-star rating, it shows you the rating you are right now. The CMS rating is a quarterly rating, so it shows you presently where you are this particular quarter. And then it shows you if you were to drop 19 hours in RN administrative licensed care or 21 hours in direct care, you would go down to a 3-star. And if you increase by 21 hours and 33 hours in these 2 different categories, you would increase to a 5-star. If you just click on that, it goes right back out of that. Up here are the different things you can look at. When I hit the schedule button here, that means on March 3rd, those were the scheduled hours. And if I hit the actual button, it will actually, because you have loaded payroll into the system, it will show you the actual payroll hours you had for that day, what actually happened. Then if I hit the combine button, it's going to take the actual and the schedule, put them together for all of March. Say March has already passed in this particular case that I'm showing you, but if it had not passed, it would take part of the actual hours for that month. Say it was the 15th of March, it would show the first 14 days of actual and the last 17 days of the month for the schedule, and combine those together for an actual number. And the last is the projected number. The projected number is what did you have scheduled overall that you wanted to see happen. It's not what actually happened. It's not what you had planned, but what was the actual schedule that you wanted to have per your plan. Again, that's the whole navigational bar. Don't feel free to go and use these different departments of the dashboard. Look at each department, look at shifts, look at location. You can move around. These numbers will change correspondingly. And this gives you just a great overview of the entire building, entire facility, how you're doing, how you're performing.